Okay, so today's practice can be done sat on the floor or sat on a chair. It's entirely up to you. We're going to start just by having a little check-in. So start by gently closing your eyes if you feel comfortable with that, or just taking a soft focus just in front of you. Really sit down on the sit bones. So really feel like you're connected to whatever it is that you're sat on. Let the spine be nice and tall. Relax the shoulders down the back and let the head balance perfectly on top of the spine. If you're sat on a chair, really ground down through your feet as well. And then just take your awareness to your breath, noticing what the breath's up to today. Noticing the length of the inhale, the length of the exhale. Noticing if you're breathing through your nose or your mouth, or maybe a mixture of the two. Notice how deeply you're breathing and where the breath moves your body. Simply noticing the unique character of your individual breath. And then take a moment to notice how you feel today. Not judging it in any way, simply noticing, making a mental note. Scanning through the body, seeing whether there's any sensations to be felt, any tight spots. Notice the textures of the things you can feel with your skin. Simply taking a moment to be mindful, noticing whatever is going on for you today in this very moment. And then gently flutter the eyes open, and we'll start really just loosening everything up. So this is a great practice for loosening everything up. Start by stretching your feet out in front of you, curling all the toes over and curling all the toes up. Try to keep the feet still and just move the toes. Curl all the toes over, curl all the toes up, curl all the toes over, curl all the toes up. And then curl all the toes over and see if you can just lift your big toe. And then stretch all the toes up and see if you can just curl forward your big toe. Then release the toes to neutral and stretch them out to the sides as far as you can. Then squeeze the toes together. Stretch them out to the sides. Squeeze the toes together. Stretch them out to the sides. Squeeze the toes together. And then point the toes. Flex the feet. Point the toes. Flex the feet. Point the toes. Flex the feet. And then keeping the legs still, so engage all the muscles of the legs, take the feet out to the side, take the feet into the center, keeping the legs still, so it's only the ankles that are creating this movement, so it won't be as big as if you're using your legs as well. Taking the toes out, bringing the toes in, taking the toes out, bringing the toes in, and then giving yourself a little bit of space, circle through the ankles, nice big circles, as big as your ankle bones will allow. And then take them the other way. Great big circles. And then release the feet down. Squeeze the kneecaps up. So it's much easier if you have straight legs for this. Squeeze the kneecaps up towards your thighs and release. Squeeze the kneecaps up towards your thighs and release. Squeeze the kneecaps up towards your thighs and release. Then we'll pull one knee in towards our body, interlacing the fingers around the back of it, keeping the torso up nice and tall. Point the toe and stretch that toe up as high as you can. Flex the foot, and then keeping some tension in the legs of the muscles of the legs even, drag the heel back down again. Point the toe, stretch that leg up, engage all the leg muscles, flex the foot, drag that heel back down towards the floor. Point the toe, stretch it up, squeeze those muscles in the leg, flex the heel, drag the heel back down towards the floor. Release that off, and then let's do the other side. So pointing the toe, really stretch that toe up towards the ceiling, really squeezing the leg muscles, flex the foot, drag the heel back down again, working against your muscles. Point the toe, stretch it up, squeeze the leg muscles, flex the heel, drag that heel back down towards the floor. Point the toe, stretch that toe up, flex the foot, squeeze the leg muscles, drag that heel back down again. Good, and release that down. And then we'll go back to the other leg and just do circles with the knee, circling the lower leg around, getting a bit of movement in that knee. A few circles one way, and then a few circles the other way. And then dropping that back down, we'll do the other leg. So supporting it with your arms, circles one way, and then circles the other way. Brilliant stuff. Okay, and then just working into the hips. So if you're sat on the floor, you'll need to have your feet on the floor like this, lifting the arms up above our heads. We'll squeeze one knee up, squeeze the other knee up, squeeze one knee up, squeeze the other knee up. If you're sat on the chair, you do exactly the same. Oops, arms up above the head, hit my ceiling. Squeeze one knee up, squeeze the other knee up. So just moving from side to side, really use the tummy muscles, squeeze those knees up towards the torso. Squeeze the tummy muscles as you do it. Keep breathing. One more each side. Hopefully you should feel that in your lower belly, and then release the arms back down. Excellent. So now just getting a little bit more side to side movement in the hip. See if you can cross one knee over the other. Doesn't matter how close it is to your body. Have one hand on your foot, one hand on your knee, and then just wiggle the hip from side to side. A little bit like you're cradling a baby, rocking that leg from side to side. And then letting that foot land on the other thigh, just press the knee away. Just really getting a little bit of movement and tension into that hip. Oh, starting to warm up, need to lose that jumper. So pressing the knee away. Excellent. And then drop that leg down, bring the other one up. One hand on the foot, one hand on the knee, rocking that hip from side to side. And then dropping the leg over the knee of the other leg, Just gently press that knee out to the side. Couple more breaths there. And then release that knee off. Okay, moving into getting the spine moving now. So we'll start with our hands on our knees and simply circle the ribs around. So really trying to get some movement into that middle back. Keeping the breath moving as it wants to come and go in and out of the body as you make this movement. And then take a few circles in the other direction. Just getting into any tight spots you might be able to feel there. Excellent. And then coming back to neutral. Really sit down through the sit bones again. And as you inhale, really stretch the chest forwards. Take the chin up towards the ceiling, looking up. And then as you exhale, curve through the spine, round through the shoulders, drop the chin to the chest, pull the tummy in. So inhale as you come forward, stretching the chest forwards, reaching the chin up towards the ceiling, really hollowing out the back. And then exhale as you really pull the tummy muscles in, round through the back, round through the shoulders, drop the chin to chest. Inhaling as you come forwards, stretch that chest forwards, take the chin up towards the ceiling, hollow out through the back. Exhale, really pull the tummy in, round the back, round the shoulders, drop the chin. So we're inhaling as we come forwards, and exhaling as we go back. Inhaling as we come forwards. Exhaling as we go back. Inhaling as we come forwards. And exhaling as we go back. Do 3 more like this, moving with your own breath. Making the movements as big as you possibly can. And then coming back to a neutral spine once you've done those 3 extra breaths. Okay, coming into the side body now. So bring the hand down next to you, or maybe sit on it if that feels good. And then take the other arm up and over. Really reach those fingertips away. So we're stretching down the whole of the side of the body. The supporting arm can be bent if that feels good. Really ground down through the sit bone on the open side. Really stretch those fingers away. Opening the armpit up towards the ceiling. Stretch once more. And take a couple of breaths there. Excellent. On the next inhale, start to think about moving. On the exhale, pull the tummy muscles in, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another and come up through center. And then we'll move to the other side. Stretching those fingers away, sitting on the hand or putting it to your side if that's more comfortable. Open the armpit up to the ceiling so the spine stays upright, and then really reach the fingers across, grounding down through the sit bone on the open side. Really trying to breathe into the ribs as we stay in this position, really opening up through the side body. Couple more breaths here. Then on an inhale, start to think about moving. On an exhale, pull the tummy muscles in, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another and bring yourself back up to neutral. Take the arms out in front of you, one forearm on top of the other. Take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale as you twist around towards the left, keeping the hip bones facing forwards and keeping the shoulders in exactly the same position. All the twist is coming from the spine. Inhale back through center. And then exhale, twist to the other side. Again, all of the twist coming from the spine. Arms stay straight out in front of the chest. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. One more each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center and let the arms come back down into the lap. Excellent stuff. Okay, this time, inhale the arms straight out to the sides, really stretching the fingers away from you to start with. And then exhale, cross the arms over, give yourself a hug, take the chin to chest. Inhale to really open the arms out to the sides, reaching the fingertips away, opening the chest. And then exhale, cross the arms, the other arm on top, give yourself a hug, chin to chest. Inhale, open it up, really stretch those fingers away. Exhale, hug the other arm on top, chin to chest. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Two more, crossing the arms the opposite directions each time, opening up, crossing over, opening up, crossing over. Open up, and this time put your hands into a cactus shape, keeping the elbows nice and high, and just finger clap the hands a little bit, trying to make those claps as loud as you can, clapping the fingers into the palms. We'll just do a few claps here. We'll maybe stretch the hands out to the side as we clap. Maybe take them back into cactus whilst we clap. Maybe do a little shoulder press as we clap. Back out to the sides, keep clapping. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Give those hands a little shake. Shaking them like you're trying to flick water off your fingers. And then like you're trying to change light bulbs. And then like you're having a cat fight. Excellent, and then relax. Good stuff. Okay, taking the hands straight out in front of you, stretch the fingertips back towards the forearms. And then take the fingers down and stretch the fingers towards your forearms, trying to keep the hand as flat as you can. Take it up to stretch one way, take it down, stretch the other way. Take it up, take it down. Then take the hands straight out in front of you, palms facing each other. Yeah, excellent. Stretch it out to the sides, keeping the arms nice and straight and shoulder height, and then squeeze it into the center. Take it out to the sides, squeeze it into the center. Take it out to the sides, squeeze it into the center. One more each way, taking it out to the side and squeeze it in. Good. Give them another little shake. Then I just like to do a little bit of stretching. Stretching them out wide, making a fist. Stretching them out wide, making a fist. Stretching them out wide, making a fist. Just feels nice in my forearms. And then circles through the wrists, really big circles, as big as you can, starting with making a fist of the hand. Really getting into every edge of the range of movement in your wrist. Take them the other way. Notice one way always feels more fluid than the other. And then stretch the fingers out, circle them one way. And then the other. And again, one way will be more fluid than the other. Then bring our elbows out to the side, like we're about to do some 80s dancing. But we'll do circles all the way around. And then the other way. And, you know, feel free to freestyle it if you want to do, you know. Or some shoulder flossing. You know, loads of ways to move your elbows. Right, okay, a few circles through the shoulders. Really squeezing the shoulders up towards your ears and then dragging them down the back, trying to make those circles as big as your shoulders will allow. And then take them the other direction, squeezing them behind you and rolling them forwards. And then arms out to the sides once more, palms up towards the ceiling, and then bend the elbows and bring the fingertips towards your shoulders, keeping the elbows nice and high, little circles forwards. And then take those circles backwards. And then coming to stillness with the arms in a neutral position, take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, squeeze the elbows together in front of you as close as you can get them. Inhale them back, whichever way we did it. Inhale one way, exhale the other way. Normally, inhale to open, exhale to close, because that's when you've got more room to breathe. Inhale as you can expand the chest. And then exhale as you squeeze the elbows together. 3 more like this. Inhaling to open. Exhaling, squeezing those elbows together. Inhale to open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Good. And then let those arms come down into your lap or on your knees. Let them be nice and relaxed. And take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Just hang out there for a moment, just letting all of the muscles relax. And then take your chin towards your shoulder, feeling the stretch move maybe towards the back of the neck. And then keeping your chin towards your right shoulder, simply lift it up and feel how that maybe takes the stretch more into the side or the front of the neck. Keeping the shoulders relaxed down. And then release that side, bring the head up to neutral. Maybe have a little wiggle if you need to before we do the other side. Then start by taking the right ear towards the right shoulder, relaxing the left shoulder down. Taking a couple of breaths there. And then take the chin towards the shoulder and just feel how that moves the stretch towards the back of the neck. And then take the chin up. Keeping the head looking to that side. Notice how that maybe brings the stretch further to the front or maybe up into the ear. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. And then release the stretch, bring the head back to neutral. Keep the chin parallel with the floor. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, just move the head looking over the left shoulder. Keeping the chin parallel to the floor. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the head. 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 And come back to center. Place one hand on your chest with your thumb on one collarbone and your fingers on the other collarbone. Then place your other hand on top of it. Keep your shoulders really relaxed. Keep the spine nice and upright. None of that's going to move, just your head. Take a nice big inhale as you reach the chin forward as though you were a tortoise. And then as you exhale, bring the chin in as close to your neck, making as many double chins as you can. Inhale forwards, reaching the chin. Exhale back for your double chins. Inhale forward like a tortoise. Exhale back, making those double chins. Do 3 more like this with your breath. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling back. And then once you've done your 3, let your head come back to neutral, release the hands, make any wiggly movement you feel like you need to move before we come into our final relaxation. So we're going to do it sat up today. So if you're sat in a chair, just make sure that you're really sat on your sit bones and that your spine is nice and tall. If you're sat on the floor, sit in your comfortable seat, whether that be on your knees or cross-legged or on a bolster or a block. Really feel your connection with whatever you're sat on through your sit bones. Really notice your feet, whatever part of them is touching the ground. Really ground down through your feet. Roll the shoulders and relax them down the back, letting the shoulder blades sink into their pockets. And reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, keeping the spine nice and tall whilst we're still honouring its natural curves. Gently close your eyes if you're comfortable to do so, or take a soft gaze just in front of you. Let the hands be relaxed in your mat, on your lap or on your knees. If you feel like you need to be more grounded, palms down on your knees. If you're feeling open and chilled today, then palms can be palm up, or you can do a mudra, maybe taking the thumb to the middle finger or making an O shape with the fingers and the thumbs. And then just completely relax in this position, using the minimum amount of effort in your muscles to keep you in this shape. And then take your awareness to the breath, starting to watch the breath once more. And then this time, rather than being completely passive, watching the breath, start to extend the exhale, making the exhale at least 2 counts longer than the inhale. Keep going like this, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, making the exhale 2 counts longer than the inhale. Do 3 more breaths like this, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, making the exhale longer. And then once you've done your 3 breaths, still keeping your eyes closed, just move the body wherever it feels it needs to move. Maybe you feel like stretching or rolling out through the neck. Maybe you want to take a great big stretch, or just wiggle through the body. Make whatever movements you want to make. And then gently flutter your eyes open, and your practice for this lunchtime is done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on your mats again soon.